people that don't know about it. Many on the board are absolutely shocked and devastated with the report that we received last week by our new superintendent regarding, you know, the problems with this application, not only with the contract with Deloitte Consulting, but the total cost of ownership was misquoted given to us. The return on investment, which we were told that we would be getting a certain amount after 4 years, I believe. We learned that the total cost of ownership is not only higher, but that the return on investment will be zero. So many of us are very concerned about how this is going to go forward, and many of us would like to take a breath and stop and consider it. I know that the concern of the superintendent and of Mr. Hines is the problem of where this is going to be financed from, and that's another whole story, but I think that is the concern. But we should look into this, and in my opinion, there should be an investigation, at least by our Inspector General, to see what really happened here. We're talking about $60 million and then spending $25 million more after that. And we certainly cannot just let this, you know, we can't just shrug our shoulders and say, well, you know, here we go forward. I think that we certainly need to know the bottom of this. I sent a memo earlier this morning to the superintendent asking him if he could please have a special board meeting, because if we have a workshop, we can't vote. So if we are going to do something, if the board is going to take any action, we need to do it at a board meeting. That's why I wanted the good cause item. But I think we can do the same if we have a special board meeting. So I don't know what the superintendent has decided. I know too that if 5 of us were to ask the superintendent or the attorney, I think, to have a special board meeting, I think we could do the same. We can request that as well, because as I said, we are all still shocked. When we think things are bad, they're worse, and that's not a good place to be. But I think, Mr. Superintendent, that there is in the board, or at least there is in me, a sense of urgency about doing something with this, because it seems we were told that the first 2 months of the project it was $4 million, the next 2 months it was $4 million more that were wasted, and this train doesn't seem to get the we don't feel that it's getting its bearing. And the board is very confused. That's why I think as soon as possible, if you don't call the meeting, 5 of the board members that agree to a special board meeting where we can take some action would be warranted. And I thank you very much for speaking to the Inspector General, and you did tell us at committee, not now, but a week ago, that you were looking into it. You had spoken to him. And now you tell us that you had spoken to Kathy Fernandez-Rundle. But I think that as a board, the board should also take a stand as far as making a decision to back you up, as saying we do want an investigation, and we hope that we are able to get to the bottom of this very unfortunate story. I hope then that the superintendent will call a meeting right as soon as possible, because, as I say, we feel like we're free-falling, and this is money every day. I don't feel comfortable in allowing this to go forth at all. So I wished to have resulted this, to have brought a resolution to this today. So thank you, Mr. Chair.